If you want to know how we made the tea leaves, the raspberry leaves turn like this, then keep watching this video. My name is A.H.P. Pocher. I'm an author and I also do business. So today I'm just going to talk you through how we managed to get this or these raspberry leaves to look like this. Now, they were green, believe it or not, when we harvested them from our allotment plot. And then we brought them home, we removed them from the stems, and then we washed them nicely. And after washing them, we didn't pat them dry or anything. We just removed the excess water. We used colander to wash them, so it was easy to remove the excess water. Okay, and then after removing the excess water, we put them in mason jars. Okay, this size. We bundled them up and we put them in these jars like that. This is one jar basically gives us that much. Okay, now after doing that, we put the jar in our oven. We didn't turn on the heat or anything. We just left it in the oven, and we left it for 3 days, and then we've taken it out, and we took it out of the jar this morning, and then now I'm just separating them, and you can roll them in your palm to make them smaller, and they'll shrink as they dry. However, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to separate the leaves as much as possible, and then I'm going to cut them into halves and then spread them onto another space, okay, to dry. I'm going to put some in this plate. Okay, now it was in this plate, but this plate is too small for it. It will take too long to dry, so I'm going to cut them smaller and then put a little bit on this plate. Obviously, I'm going to remove the excess water that you see there, which is from the actual raspberry leaves, before putting them to dry, and then I'll just air dry them. Now, some people do either dehydrate them in the oven or use their dehydrator, but I prefer to air dry them, and it takes roughly 3 to 5 days, depending on how much you have and also the space you give it. The bigger the space, the better, so that it doesn't go moldy and rancid on you. So that's what I do, and then it dries. And once it dries, I put them in airtight mason jars, dry airtight mason jars, and then put them in the cupboard and use them as and when I need them. So I'm going to be using these to make different tea blends, one of which is the raspberry and nettle tea blend. Okay, so that background noise is my son. David, you're too loud, my dear. So yeah, I'm going to be dividing them and adding them to other tea leaves and making different tea blends. You can check out our YouTube channel, A.H.P Collective 3525, where you'll see most of our tea blends shared on there. Okay, so if you have these in your garden or your farm or your allotment plot, You are more than welcome to use them for tea. Okay. The reason why we ferment them before drying them is because it gives you a nice flavor than just the fresh one. The fresh one is still nice to drink, but the flavor is not as fruity and intense as the fermented one.
Mama,
Yeah?
was it this one?
I don't know. I'll come and see it in a minute. Give me a minute. And then the what's it called? I can't even remember what I was saying, but yeah. So, oh yeah, the longer you ferment it, sorry, the stronger the flavor is, and it will end up tasting like black tea, which I don't really want, because I don't want to feel like I'm having black tea. I still want to have that fruity, that raspberry flavor come through. So that is why I just ferment it for a few days and then take it out. But it will be so dark, like if I was to ferment it longer. That is why you see the water is no longer clear from it is no longer clear. It's brownish, yellowish. Yeah. So that is why. It's because of the fermentation process. So that is it, guys. I shall see you all in the next video. Bye.